world today, you so much better just staying lonely, staying alone, keeping to yourself, because what happens is you end up staying with people and we end up carrying their fears and their expectations and their insecurities. We don't realize it, but we end up carrying those things because we want to stay loyal to that person. And it's gotten to the point to where it's like life is already hard. I already got to deal with my own shit. So now that I got to deal with your stuff, that just make life so much more harder. It's like you carrying two people. And I just got to the point to where it's like I rather isolate, I rather keep to myself. And to me, isolation is really a form of protection. I'm protecting my peace. um and sometimes you stay to yourself. I know I do, not because I hate people. Well, I actually do hate people, but most people don't and shouldn't keep to yourself because you hate people, but because you're tired, again, of carrying their fears or insecurities or, drama, whatever. You don't want to carry it anymore. So you have to protect your peace. And a lot of that just comes when you isolate and get away from a lot of people. That includes family. That includes lovers. That includes 9 times out of 10 the people who's closest to you. And a lot of times we don't move further than what we need to because we're being held back from carrying their drama, their toxic ass energy. Again, this is not something you think about, but you not where you want to be because you're carrying someone else baggage that you shouldn't even be carrying. Other people weight could just slow you down. It's really that simple. When you try to please everyone or live up to others' expectations, you lose focus on your own path. You're not going where you're supposed to be going. Honestly, you just got to get to the point where it's like, fuck people. Love yourself, more than anything. That's not something we were taught in school. We were taught to put other people before us and all this other shit, but sadly, it's not true. It's not true. You have to put you first. You have to put all the focus on your path and on your journey. And letting go is not even selfish. A lot of people may think that's a selfish act, but it's necessary. It's necessary that you let people go who's holding you back. Again, these are not your fears. These are not your insecurities. Been around, your brother or your sister too long and they're always negative. They're always down. They're always never in a positive mood. And here you are, you want to be better. You want to help the family. How is this person, how is your brother or your sister going to help you move forward if they're always negative, if they're always bringing people down? You have to let them go. Again, selfish to me is not a bad thing. I think when you find time to work on yourself and become the best person you could become, you become better for the next person. It's, again, necessary. You can move forward. I mean, you can't move forward if you're dragging other people emotional baggage. And that's what we end up doing a lot of the times. The shit don't even belong to you. So why are you carrying it? You're not going to carry somebody else's luggage when it's not yours. But again, you're carrying someone else's emotional baggage that you shouldn't even be carrying. Life is already hard. We make life more complicated than what it have to be. You got to free yourself, and that allows you to finally, and I mean finally, build and find your peace. Because ultimately, the older you get, that's one of the things that's really most important is peace. And sadly, a lot of people won't know what peace feel like ever, a time in their life. They're too much around other people who's holding them back. You around that family who keep having you babysit when the kid ain't even fucking yours, but because you feel like, somebody done made you feel guilty and feeling like you the family, now you not enjoying yourself. I know a family member that's going through that right now. They can't live their life because mom don't have a man in the crib, so the kid end up doing all the babysitting and shit. That kid, it holds the kid back. And now all that emotional damage that come with shit that he shouldn't even be doing, he have to carry. Fears. You know, your grandma, your mom, your dad, they were scared of, you know, whatever, to open a shop or be an entrepreneur. So here you are, you're scared, holding on to somebody else's fears that's not even yours. You are a completely different person. You could change the fucking world, but you scared because somebody else's fears are holding you back. Fear is fake. Fear is not real. Matter of fact, I mean, I think the human is literally only afraid of like fear. As far as like fear is like scared of two sounds, and it's like a loud noise and the fear of falling. Everything else is fake. All is like, oh, I'm scared I won't get this, or I'm scared. That's shit you made up in your mind. You can go as far as you want. And the same energy that you use in for fear, you should use for, you know, you making the shit happen. You should use that for making it a reality instead of focusing on fear. But at the end of the day, it's like, be selfish. It's okay to be lonely. You gotta get to the point to where you are not holding on to other people fucking fears and expectations and drama and toxic energy and insecurities. The loneliness could lead you to clarity, and that's exactly what you need. You need to be lonely for a couple months. You don't have to go lonely for, you know, 8 years or 9 years, but a couple months to yourself. See what it feels like. See how much shit becomes so much clearer to you. Your thoughts, your vision. Being by yourself, it really gives you space to heal. And you have a lot of people who are out here unhealed, trying to cope with life, but they haven't had any time, any space to work on their healing. A lot of people need fucking healing. I need healing. I'm working on that right now. But at the end of the day, you got to give yourself that space. And really what that does is it give you space to heal, reset, rediscover what you truly want without any outside noise shaping your choices or making you feel like you have to do something else. You need that clarity though. You have to let go of people. You have to. It's not selfish. Listen, you already know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but it's a confirmation. Let these people go. And again, like, why are you holding on to someone else's fear or insecurities or expectations or trauma, or you're holding on to it? Let me know in the comments, man, what you think. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day. Deuces.